It's a big week, boys, and it's a big day. We got Raid officially opened. Everything's live now. We got a ton of stuff to get into. Also, tier set bonuses, how those are looking, and what that means for your toon specifically. How important is it to get your 4 set? Well, we're going to talk all about that here. Let's just jump straight in. First of all, Nightmare Prey is now available, and why this is important is because actually your first big Prey quest will in fact give you, on Nightmare difficulty, will give you another bounty map. That's right, and bounty maps right now are important to come by. They're important to use. It's a great way to get geared real quick right now. Using one of those maps on a tier 8 delve or higher will get you some really good gear, heroic gear specifically. So getting those maps right now and finding all the ways to get them are important. And this is in fact one way to get them. Also, the Prey quest line will open up a nice little portal for you. Don't forget about that. Doing Prey, doesn't matter what difficulty, will open up a portal to the Coiled Isle, which is a nice convenience feature because right now there isn't actually one unless you do this quest line. So getting that portal open will be a nice way to go in and out of the Coiled Isle, and we all know we want to go in and pull out as much as possible in life. Moving on, double question mark difficulty Nemesis boss is now available as well. The Hall of Fame week is officially kicked off. Killing this big boy this week, any day this week, before the next reset, will put your name in the Hall of Fame annals for an eternity. That's right. So getting this done, if you want to go ahead and give it a try, it's important to try this week. You could always kill this boss later on and still get all the loot that's available from it and the achievement and everything else. You just won't get a Hall of Fame name. Remember, killing this guy in a double question mark, one-shotting him like I did. Walking in there not knowing shit, just killing him. You'll get these badass bloody wings, and of course, if you kill him on the double question mark difficulty, you'll get the Apophic Soul Crusher mount. So that's the little mount for the double question mark this season. You can get this mount at any point. You can kill him on the last day of the season, doesn't matter. Again, this week, the only significance of killing him this week is you will get your name into the Hall of Fame. Season 2 bonus roll. Believe it or not, we're not going to get this Season 2, I should say, quest line, or the bonus roll quest line. We won't be getting this until week 8. Okay, that's when you get your catalyst, and you'll be able to get extra bonus rolls consistently and all that stuff. You will be able to get bonus rolls going forward, but from your vault and everything else, but getting those extra ones from looting and everything else, well, then getting them from the quest lines, that won't be available for another couple weeks, but you can already begin the quest line for this. And if you guys remember, in the first season, this quest line requires you to kill like a bunch of raid bosses or do a bunch of Mythic Plus. You got to get like 10 of these items, whatever they're calling them, the nebulous void cores. You got to get, to unlock them, you got to get a bunch of these items. So killing 10 bosses or something like that. The good thing is we're doing that right now. Right? You're going to get into raid. You're going to be doing a lot of this shit and getting all this stuff done. The good thing is you can do the quest line now and then unlock it the first day it's available. So as I said before, week 8 of Season 2, bonus rolls won't be available, the extra ones, until week 8 of Season 2. Players can start that new bonus roll quest line, though, this week. So getting that all, getting the quest line, finishing it out, that means the first second these are available, you'll be able to get them. And the good thing is, passively, you're doing all this shit right now. You're probably running Mythic Plus. You're probably killing raid bosses, doing all that stuff. So why not get all the shit you need to do for this quest and just have it ready to turn in the second that it's finally available to be turned in. Moving on. Avoid getting stuck with a +2 key. Season has kicked off officially, and everyone's gathering up their keys right now. The one thing that I would say, I don't really give a shit about looting a +2 key. I'll just level that shit up or something. But a lot of people do care. And there's been some strategies over the years that people have used to try to avoid getting a +2 key as their first key because they don't want to level that thing up. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a way to do it, but it might work, it might not. One way that players have oftentimes avoided that +2 key to start off the season is they run shit with full bags. That's right. Running with a full bag, typically the key is auto-looted, right? At the end, whether you're opening up your vault or you're going in and doing a run. So at the end of the run, if you do a +whatever, +0, +whatever, you're going to get a key at the end of the run. People run it with full bags, and then you don't get the key. And you continue to push up higher and higher in key levels, and then finally, when you get to a level that you actually want the key from, you clear out a space in your bag before the end of the run, and you'll get that key. This might work, this might not. Blizzard's changed shit. It's a buff. I don't know. People have been doing this stuff here and there. I don't know if it'll get sent to your mailbox. Blizzard could have changed this. But this is something that people have used in previous seasons to avoid getting a key. Obviously, the other way to make sure you avoid getting a key, don't go to your vault. Don't do anything. Just go run a +something with one of your friends who've already began leveling up because you're going to leech off of them. So that's one way to do it. You always get a -1 key from whatever. So if your friend's already gotten a key up to 4, 5, or 6, you'll get a 4, 5, or 6 based on whatever you run -1 from the end of the run. So that's how that works. It's a way to do it. I don't know if the full bag thing will work, but it's something people have definitely tried. And then obviously running something with your friends probably the safest bet. Just don't go open up your vault or anything just yet before you do that. Moving on. The raid is open. That's what's big today. Race to World First is officially kicked off. Nobody's killed anything as of yet. I haven't looked at the live streams just yet, but remember, this stuff live streams. You can always watch this stuff on any of the big channels, right? You got Echo, Method, all these others running this stuff. Say Team Liquid. So you can get in there, watch the Race to World First. It's always fun to watch. If you haven't watched it before, try to keep up with it. This is always a cool thing.
Servant,
Slime. Speaking of slime, slimy raid, slimy everything. Thank you, Slime, for the follow, and welcome to our Scourge. Let's talk a little bit about this new raid. So obviously we got the new raid opening up. We got the first of all, we have all the difficulties opening up today. We have normal, heroic, mythic, and raid finder, but just week 1. Raid finder week 2 will be opening up on August 25th along with story mode. Raid finder week 3 will open up on September 1st, and then week 4 will open up on September 8th. The patch is now live for raid. We have see the map here, the bosses and everything else. Boss overview for the Venomous raid. The actions of Zul'Jan freed the brood of Ulatek from their prison. Descend into the vaults of Ulatek and put a stop to the threats within before they are unleashed upon Azeroth. So this is a raid right here. We got 2 different pathways that you can go through it right now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bosses here to kill. You can do either of these 2 wings, in any order you want, but you got to finish out the 2 wings before you can move on to the Twin Fangs. Looking right now at the raid, people are saying it's kind of easy. I haven't really gotten in there yet. We're going to get in there today. Some people are saying it's an easier raid than the previous one. We'll find out, though. In terms of items and loot and everything else, you're going to want to look here. LFR ranging from 279 to 289 item level, depending on which boss you're killing. These drop Veteran Mistcrests for normal, 292 to 302. Champion Mistcrests. Heroic, we got 305 to 315 with heroic hero Mistcrests, and then Mythic 318 up to 344 on those final bosses with Mistcrests. So those are what you're getting from this raid right now. Also, in terms of loot, there is a mount to be had from Mythic difficulty. This is your Mythic Boy mount, a drippy 2-headed snake. That's right. So this is the Mythic mount. It's a decent mount, not bad. I mean, it's nothing crazy, no new model or anything. We've seen this model many times before, but it's a decent looking mount. So if you want to get that, go ahead and do it. That is the current raid makeup right now. Moving on, we already see our first nerf, by the way. Zul'Jan already, also known as the Coiled Altar, is getting massively raided. There's a point in his fight where he heals up a bunch. He was healing for over 100%. Those percentages have been dropped quite a bit, so he will heal much less, which means the final phase of his fight is now much shorter. We'll see many more nerfs going forward in the raid. That's a normal thing as a raid finally opens up. Race to World First and everything kicking off. Blizzard tries to limit the biggest changes from happening during the Race to World First, so it doesn't actually affect it, but I'm sure we'll see more changes going forward. Right now, when raid opens up, it's always the most difficult it'll ever be on the first day, and then it'll slowly get easier. Now, why you want to go into raid and do shit? Well, boys, we want to get our tier sets. We want to get our tier sets, and I'm going to link this in the chat and down below because there is a full chart here of how much of a bonus to your damage these tier sets are going to give you. So let's check this thing out real quick. Shield your eyes. It's white. I know. It's not dark mode here. But right now, looking across the board, we can see all the classes and how much of a percentage gain their tier set bonus is going to give them. So we're looking, by the way, at the 4-piece tier set and the 2-piece. You can see the 2-set bonuses right here. Looking at 4-piece set and 2-piece, you can see there's not a huge difference a lot of times going from 2 to 4. But one thing you do want to look at, by the way, is how much of a bonus it's going to give you just for getting that 2, moving into 4 from the first iteration. So right now, some of you guys are probably looking at this, you're like, oh my God, Sam, what the hell? How do you get a 5% bonus and then only 4.6 for the 4 set? This is based off the base level damage. So you got to add these 2 together basically to get your full tier set bonus and how much it's going to actually give you in terms of bonus. But let's look at the overall, I guess, 4 set bonus from the 2 set. Or should we go baseline? Let's go baseline. Okay, Shadow Priest here. For getting your 2 set, you're going to get a 4.18% bonus, 5.35 for Shadow Priest. Every spec here is listed. We're looking at Mage right now. Anywhere from 7.5% is the highest. Looks like, or actually 7.9 for Friar, Mage, and Frostfire spec. So that's a big one there. The lowest end, Fire Mage, Sun Fury getting a 5.92% bonus. We look at Warlock here. Look at this one. Demo Warlock and Affliction Warlock are huge, over 10% in bonus damage if you're getting that 2-set. So this is why getting the 2-set is really important for a lot of us right now. It really is a big boom to your damage. For Druid, we're looking at the biggest boy, 8.89% if you're a Feral Druid Wild Stalker, whereas 5.13% for Balanced Druid Keeper. The highest boy for Demon Hunter, we're looking at 5.52%, actually 7.56% for Havoc, Demon Hunter, Eldrachi, Reaver. Look at this one. Look at Monk. Oh my, Monk is the biggest one by far. Look at that shit, 2%. We're talking about a 2-set bonus giving you 11.97% for Windwalker, Monk, Shadowpan. That's a huge freaking boost. And then the same if you look at here for 4-set. So Monk, for some reason, is getting the biggest set bonus of all. Theirs is absolutely massive. Looking right here, keep going forward, about 6 to 6.5% for a Rogue, depending on what spec you are. For Elemental Shaman Farseer specifically, almost getting 10% here, 9.04% just for getting a 2-set. For Hunter, we see Beast Mastery, specifically Beast Mastery Hunter Pack Leader, 9.46% is their highest bonus there. For Evoker, on the little bit of the lower side, 5% and then 7.39% for Evoker, depending on what your spec is. For Paladin, 6.58% for Retribution Paladin Herald. We know there's a lot of Ret Pallies out there. It's a decent bonus. For Warrior, I don't know what's going on here with Fury Warrior Thane, 0.35%. That's got to be broken or something. That's barely anything. And then even at the highest end, 6.15, but then everything else is like 2 and 5. So Warrior actually seems to have the weakest set bonus of them all right now, interestingly enough. I mean, we just saw Monk, which is like double this. So Warrior, I don't know if they need to fix that tier set bonus or what, but that's kind of low. And then we see basically for Death Knight, we see about a 7.5% to a 5.8% range, depending on what your spec is. Again, the 2-set bonuses are even going further, or 4-set, you can see right here. But you can tell just from looking at these numbers why it's really important to get those sets quickly. Use the catalyst, whatever you got to do, go into raid. If you see tier set in your vault, probably your best option is to take that stuff. Getting the sets are really important right now. And then getting the 4-set obviously will kick off more catalyst charges as well. And then converting those pieces of gear, especially cantrip available, you know, the gear with the extra item or extra actions on them, converting those to tier will bring you probably your best in slot tier sets. Overall, we'll keep looking at this shit. We'll see what happens going forward. There might be some change to tier set bonuses and everything else today. Enjoy the raid. Enjoy the season. It's finally live. And for today, that is all in terms of news.